What's happening, YouTube? It's Little Karibo here, and I've got a bit of a froggy sounding voice. I don't know if you can hear that. I've been at the recording studio for the last 2 or 3 hours doing voiceover for something. Not very exciting stuff, just stuff that is strenuous on my voice, which is, for me, any kind of talking. I'm a very quiet monosyllabic guy, so anytime I'm expected to talk for more than 5 minutes at a time, such as in this video, it wears on me. But, and I know you thought you gotten away from these, but we have a LootGaming box. We used to do the Loot Crate, the vanilla Loot Crate, but these days we have LootGaming themed loot. That's pretty. LootGaming themed loot. It's exactly. It's a palindrome. It's not even a palindrome. It's just me screwing up what I'm saying. That's what happens when you stand in a booth talking to yourself for several hours. But if you're interested in Loot Crate, Loot Gaming, or we also have Loot Anime, and there are various forms of loot that you could find if you go to lootcrate.com/littlekaribo, and if you use the code CardGames, you not only help us out, because you'll be letting Loot Crate know that you used our code, and that gave them a little bump. You've given us a little bump by tapping us on the shoulder and being like, thanks, Little Karibo. Thanks for telling us about this. I don't know what could be in here, but thank you for telling me about all of the glorious contents that exist within this box that if you've got trained eyesight, you see it's already been opened. It's a bit cheeky. It's an unboxing. It's not an unwrapping, in my opinion. I think it still technically counts. But this is the gaming-themed Loot Crate box, which I think is appropriate for this channel, because not because of the loot aspect, but because gaming. Because if there's one thing that has been a consistent thing on my channel, it's been children's card games. There is a game aspect to it. Yu-Gi-Oh! Holy crap. Right out of the box, you got a Dragon Age, what is this? A Titan's vinyl figure, Dragon Age, Morrigan, one of my personal waifus, one of my many video game waifus that I have, that I can now have in miniature form, so that I can move her, relocate her as I see fit. I'm going to open this right now. Actually, I might have a different one. It might be Alistair. It could be Liliana. If you've not played Dragon Age Origins or any of the following games, but mostly that one, what's wrong with you? I'll give you a pass if you've not played the second one. I'm terrible at opening things. That's why I had this pre-opened for me. Use the code CardGames at lootcrate.com/littlekaribo, and they won't pre-open a Loot Crate for you. But they will send you one, all tucked away like this, with who knows what could be in here. Dragon Age. One of the best RPGs of the last, I want to say, decade, honestly. Pre that, Knights of the Old Republic. Also BioWare. Ooh, it's Morrigan. Of course it is. Of course it's Morrigan. And she would approve of lootcrate.com/littlekaribo using the code CardGames. She doesn't approve of many things. She approves of siring a demon baby within her, but she does not approve of helping a small child. What have we got? Magical effects. A plastic little magical effect right there. And that's Morrigan. What else we got? Oh! Okami Den. What does that tell you? It tells you I've never actually played this game. I've owned this game for several years, the original Okami. Actually, not the original. I did have the original on PS2, but I own it for the Wii. And it's collecting dust on my shelf. Still wrapped, still sealed. Unlike this, which was unwrapped before the video. But here's Okami Den. Atamaratsu, I want to say their name is. Or is this from the DS game? It's from one of the Okami games, and it's actually fabulous. I actually really love this model. This is really cool. One of the great things about Okami is the artwork and the style of the graphics, and this perfectly captures that in little figure form. Man, 2 figures, they can hang out, and you can pretend, if you're a Dragon Age fan, you can pretend that this is the Mabari Warhound, only cuter. Although some would argue that the Mabari Warhound is very cute. But yeah, Okami, Morrigan fell down. She doesn't approve of that either. What else we got? We got a Castlevania pencil case. It looks like a pencil case. Do you guys call them pencil cases? Do you have pencil cases in America? I don't know why I assume that you guys are from America. is a big assumption to make. You could be watching from Europe or anywhere else in the globe. But I'm going to assume that most of you are watching from America. But there's a pencil case, that's what I would call it. Or just a little case for... Oh! Well, it's not a pencil. There's a little sword in there. I mean, some would say the pen is mightier than the sword. Not me. I would say the sword is pretty bloody mighty on its own. But that's beautiful. I want to say that is some great handiwork right there. The craftsmanship is phenomenal. And, phenomenal? Did I say that right? I don't know. But Castlevania 2 Lords of Shadow, if you're a fan of that, this has some relevance to it. Morrigan is really exciting to me. We got the Mythic. Oh, the theme this year must be Mythic. This year? This month. The theme? Can you tell that I completely lost track of what I'm doing? But it's still exciting. I'm still smiling. I'm still having a good time. But this is really shiny. This is legitimately shiny. It's the Mythic themed pin for LootGaming. I don't know if we got some sort of special variant of it, or if they're all this awesome, but that is bloody awesome. The Mythic pin right there for the Mythic theme of November 2016. It's the middle of December right now. Can you tell that I was a bit late getting to this? It's because we just moved. In fact, I'm busy recording for several hours. What, we got a t-shirt? We got, oh, what is this? Is this Assassin's Creed? Of course it is. To go right alongside the new movie that's coming out, starring Michael Fassbender. I want to say it's coming out in early January, because for all we know, there's no other movies coming out in December that aren't called Rogue One. But this is the Assassin's logo with an eagle theme going on, and it's perfect, because I'll tell you what, I love if I don't love necessarily the gameplay of Assassin's Creed, and some of them are pretty great, I loved Assassin's Creed 2, and any of the games with Ezio in, really, but the design work is always, like, on point, and that is a perfect example of that. And it's not, here's the thing, what I dislike about a lot of geeky shirts is that they tend to be kind of obnoxious, and they just say, like, I like Assassin's Creed, whereas this is just the logo, and it's nice, it's relatively simple. Kind of feel like I'm showing off a bit, but if I'm going to show off, I might as well show off the fact that I like pretend culture. That's what I would say. We got the, what is this? Is this a poster? It's a poster with, it looks like some sort of griffin. Oh, it's just a LootGaming Mythic. It is the Mythic, what do you call it? Just the logo, the design of a fantasy lady hanging out with a griffin. Don't you just, you have to do that sometimes. You have to just be a beautiful woman hanging out with a griffin. And it tells us what we've got. It tells you all the different things you've got available. And you could have gotten an Aris Racing Drone Epic Drop if you were special and you got the Epic version of this LootGaming crate. I didn't do that. I got the regular awesome version of the LootGaming crate, which you can also get if you go to lootcrate.com/littlecaribo and use the code CardGames for 10% off. I keep forgetting to mention that you get 10% off, but I'll be adding it in the text at the bottom. But yeah, you've got the Morrigan, you've got the Okami Den figure, you've got the Assassin's Creed Jackdaw crest. So that must be a specific to one of the games. Assassin's Creed Floor? Assassin's Creed Floor. That would be a boring game. You get to be a floor and be walked on by assassins, and occasionally have people kill people on you. And sometimes there's hay on you that people land in when they jump off of tall things. Because heaven knows that happened all the time back in the Spanish Inquisition days. People jumped off tall things. Abundantly. But yeah, you got the oh, it was a letter opener! That's a letter opener. That Castlevania 2 Lords of Shadow. I know when I'm a Lord of Shadow, I'm opening all kinds of letters, because, you know, they're like, Lord of Shadow, can you maybe not make so many shadows? It's really dark around here. I want to get some light. Sort of show off the fact that I'm an attractive woman hanging out with a griffin. You can't do that in Shadow, so you got to write to your Lord of Shadow and be like, can you maybe hold off on all the shadow nonsense? And then I got a sword to open my letters, so it ruins them, but you do it and it looks pretty. And the Mythic coin pin, which is just, they all look like that, they all look that awesome. And in my opinion, that coin pin was probably worth the price of the crate, just by how shiny it is. I judge things' value based on how shiny they are. That's why my head is one of the most valuable things in my life. But yeah, that was actually really cool. I didn't know what to expect from it, because like Loot Crate, you know, has a lot of variety in it, and LootGaming, there's so much stuff in gaming culture. Like what aspect of gaming culture do you think about when you just think of gaming? And they had a nice little assortment there, like Dragon Age, Okami, Castlevania, Assassin's Creed. Like that was obviously all very mythic. I mean, I don't know if Morrigan's an actual part of myth, but she's a very attractive myth if she is. And I don't know about drones. I mean, I didn't get the drone thing, but I don't know what part of myth they entail. But either way, a fantastic crate. I think you'll agree. And what do we have in here? We have the Mythic Loot design on the inside, which, if I were a handy, crafty person, I could turn this thing inside out on camera and make it look neat. But I tend to make a mess of things. I make a cobblers of things, as they would say back in England. It doesn't end up looking good when I try and do anything crafty. So I try and just leave them be. I will be putting all this back in the box, just so that it's all somewhere safe. Except for this Morrigan, I'm probably going to put her right on my computer desk because she's pretty fantastic. If she were Alistair, my wife would nab him. I'm just saying. But yeah, that was really cool. That was November. We're in the middle of December, so I should be getting the next one soon. I'm very excited for that. Also really excited for Christmas in general, and I hope that whatever you're celebrating this year, I hope that it goes well. And don't forget, this stuff makes perfect stocking stuffers, or even like small gifts for your friends if you're not celebrating the Christmas season or holiday, whatever you call it. But yeah, lootcrate.com/LittleKaribo, use code CardGames for 10% off. I mean, what is it? Don't turn your nose up at this. This is bloody brilliant, and I hope that you appreciate it, because I know I did. Bloody hell, this is a lot more solid than you'd think for the price he's paying. It's brilliant. Oh.
Did you know that 1 in 5 people is cool, but that one person is usually me? And the reason I'm cool is because I have this lootcrate.com/LittleKaribo thing in my life where I used the coupon code CardGames. I got 10% off a subscription to any of the friggin' crate things that they have, like the anime or the gaming or the rap music. That last one I might have made up in the heat of the moment. It was a very exciting time. But listen, use the code, get the stuff, and be cool, like me. I'm a cool guy. So can you be. You could be cool.
I've never played that. I lie. I think I watched a demo of that game at E3. So that's the same thing, right?